Reintegration.
This is going to be a tremendous benefit. I went on Fort Oregon this morning in order to just kind of log on and get a sense of what's ahead. And in a sentence, this is a portal to ensure that all of our soldiers, all of our courageous citizens who have served will have a chance with one place to get the information they need about jobs, help with their family, and help with medical. And in one sense, it helps to kind of even the stakes a little bit because we don't have the big military bases that you have back east. Back east, when the soldiers come home, they almost come home into a cocoon of services and assistance on base. We don't have that kind of thing with the virtual fort, as I call it. This is a chance to make sure that all of our soldiers know just how grateful we are for their contribution, and with one stop they can get the help that they deserve.
You got a goal here today, sir?
Today also we want to provide an update on what's ahead. I talked about how the soft landing legislation that I've introduced now has 7 sponsors in the Senate. We've got a significant number of veterans groups supporting it. What we've tried to do is operate on 2 tracks. We've been able to get assistance to folks that is really consistent with the soft landing legislation even before the bill passes. And you see that with the outpatient program in Central Oregon that we were able to get off the ground. I do think it's absolutely critical to get that bill passed, to provide an added measure of financial help to the soldiers when they're making the transition, when they've just come back to the United States, come back to Oregon, and that's why that bill's so important. And we're going to get it done in the next session.
One more quick soundbite about the website, just to make sure I got you good here. What was your impressions of that website, and what is that going to offer for the
I think it is user-friendly, and what's exciting about it is in one stop, it's going to be possible for soldiers to get the information they need about employment opportunities, help for families, assistance with medical. I'm very honored that I was able to secure, with the help of the Oregon Congressional Delegation, the money in order to fund Fort Oregon, and I believe this is going to be a real benefit to our soldiers and their families.
This gathering is to bring together a community to help support the return of our sons and daughters when they've been serving overseas. When they come home, it's pretty tough to find a job, to deal with health care issues, to provide essentially a framework for their lives. And by having these folks gathered today who are helping out in each of those areas, really what's happening is when our sons and daughters are overseas and they're standing up for America, when they come home we need to stand up for them, and that's what's happening today.
With this reintegration event, all of the events?
Well, for me, this is a chance to come and encourage the continuation of Oregon partners to contribute their time and their efforts to make sure that they give priority to hiring our veterans, to make sure that there are holes in our system, that those holes are getting filled.
What's your opinion on how we've been doing so far? How's the grade report doing?
You know, Oregon has a tremendous reintegration team. In fact, the model that has been developed here is becoming an example for the entire nation. My congratulations to everyone who's been involved, because they're really doing a terrific job.
Great. What did you think about they launched a new website today? That's kind of part of the whole thing that we're doing here in Oregon. What were your impressions on that?
This website, Fort Oregon, is incredible. Really, my jaw was dropping as they were going through the different features of the site. It has every possible aspect of services and information that are relevant to someone returning from overseas, coming back, trying to get their feet on the ground, on education, on healthcare, on employment, and more. So it's a terrific website. I encourage everyone to take a look at it. You know, I'll tell you, I'm so proud of our soldiers. I went over and visited them in Iraq and in Afghanistan. They were doing a terrific job making us all proud there. And also they talked about our need to help them when they return. And so that's what this is all about.
Great. Okay, what have you been seeing here today? What's going on today?
I see a lot of great servicemen and women, and a lot of people wanting to help servicemen and women with health issues, employment issues, a variety of services, trying to make sure that they have all their needs met when they come home. The war well, frankly, we're going to be dealing with a lot of these issues for many, many years to come, even after the war is over. So this is just exciting to see the number of people that are here. It started with just a few people a few years ago, and now the auditorium's full of people trying to help our servicemen and women get the benefits and services they've earned and deserve. So very exciting to see, and this reintegration effort's a national model, and I can see why right now. Dramatic. I mean, when we started this, actually my predecessor, Darlene Hooley, got a grant from the federal government to help launch this in a major way. My wife, Senator Martha Schrader, is very active in Clackamas County, trying to make sure the community college and others are behind this. Hire Vets First, yeah, I got my pin. We're trying to walk the talk and support our servicemen and women.
Anything else you'd like to add, sir? Anything about the Oregon Guard in particular?
Well, very pleased how our Oregon Guard has stepped up again and again, and our office has tried to have their back, whether it's in Washington, D.C., or this whole Fort Lewis affair that came up. If you guys need anything out there, please call our office. We're here to help you and support you in any way we can.
Great.
I think it's also important that the attorneys who represent education and communication is the key. One of the things that I feel very good about is that with the people that I've been dealing with, there seems to be a lot of community. The veterans of the department's Linda here today. She's not here yet, but she is.
They're always looking for the better job. Okay, so from my side, cool. Thanks for the job you guys do.
Welcome back.
We're doing more? Yeah.
And members of this group have done. But before we get to that, I want to give Phil Moss a chance to talk.
Here you will find fantastic tools to connect all of the different resources and programs available for our returning veterans and their families. Whether it is in healthcare, employment assistance, counseling, or support groups, this site has it all. It provides information.
Discuss things and actually find out who's who. Today you're also going to get the opportunity to witness our official kickoff of Fort Oregon. And Fort Oregon is a very important tool, another tool in our toolbox that we think is going to help our soldiers and their families